Hi and welcome to Rainy Day Crafting. Okay, today, I don't know if you've seen any of these on the market, but I just think, I do tend to go for a bit of gorgeous, there's no denying. But these are woodware, by Jane Gill. And I haven't bought all the set. This is last year. I've used the cow one. You probably can't see it ever so well. It's a bit upside down. But I just think these are gorgeous. Look, just checking in on you. It's a fox, a cow. Anyway, great set. But today, I've already got it set up to make it sort of simpler for you to follow. This is one that I mucked up. What stimulated me to do this card, I'm sure my friend won't mind me saying, but she's got cats, funny enough, but she's got some mice that have got indoors, which they do, I suppose, when it's colder weather. So anyway, I made her this card, which I'm basically doing the same one. But can you see here? Obviously, I hadn't got the right words. I just put eek, which came on here. Heard you have my mates with you, meaning the mouse. Yeah, but I aren't over impressed with that, which actually led me to buy some. Shall I shop? Maybe what do you call it? Unbox them when I get it, because I'm trying not to generally buy any extras because you have so much craft stuff. But anyway, although I did this with a pen, I did a few different attempts. Sorry, this is just a tip to show you what I was doing. And I wrote it with a pen and then did it with one of these other pens, these Versamark, which is sort of sticky. I still didn't do it very well, to be fair. In the end, I did it with a black felt tip. Obviously, this is typically my writing. And then just dipped it in my embossing powder and did it with my heat gun, which is okay, but I think it just looks more of a handmade card then, doesn't it? Anyway, give me your thoughts, leave me a message. So with this, I'm using again just because I love my textured card, but just for easiness today, what I've done is got this all ready. But oh, I've already even got the card ready, I didn't realise that. But can you see where I've used these before? But I've now put that one in there because obviously I was my friend's card, I put a different message in. So but can you see, if I try and explain, I've stuck it on there now, so that's already where it's going to go. So when you use your stamps, peel them off, then put them down the face side. So for example, probably there, probably just need to line it up a little bit, and then let's just see, I need to come down a bit more because it didn't fit. Yeah, and as you can see, if I was now putting these face down on the card exactly where you want them, yeah, it then sticks and picks it up. So then you simply get your VersaFine. Over we go. I've only done 2 or 3 stamps with this mouse. But these stamping platforms, there's various on the market. Very, very good they are. But it allows you that if you don't get it quite right, you literally can do it again. So let's have a little look. This I've explained before. I think it's one of them hockey things. But if you've got sort of issues with a wrist or anything, that allows you to get a really good even pressure. I'm going to do this again because can you see it's not really done that ever so well. Where if you were doing this with a genuine, you just a plain stamping block, you'd be very hard pushed to get it back in the exact same position again. So back we go. Fingers crossed. Not bad. So now with that we can move that nicely out of the way. Whole time I'm doing this, my card's drying, isn't it? Hope it won't fall off there because that's going to make a clatter if it did. Again, this is just clear embossing powder. Just sprinkle it on. See, I'm doing a whole card in one go this time. And again, I know I've said this before, but if you then want to do a set of cards, you could, do you know what, these whole cards are so gorgeous. They'd actually make a lovely set, wouldn't they, of each, I don't know how many I got, 1 2 3 4 5, 6, oh, 7. But you could do like a set of 6, couldn't you? And that'd make a really nice present, won't it? I often do that for people, my friends. Right, so that's there. But if you were doing that again, you would then leave it at that stage where you've done your stamping, you've put your clear embossing powder on, then you'd leave it and just keep doing the next ones, and then make a point of then using your heat gun. Anyway, let's just have a look. I still maintain this is the magic. Just move this on. If I should warm it up just a little bit, I'll just try and always need a bit of a longer. Can you see it? It's just magic, magic, magic. Sometimes I talk over that, but anyway, let's have a little look. That's sort of then where we want it to be. This one I mucked up because, like I said, this one that I did earlier, I'm just going to show you how I then just did this with some paints. I did that separately and just did a dauber on that. And then can you see, I raised that up with a little bit of double-sided tape. But the colourings, this colourings on this are these ones. The ears is the tea dye, which I think is almost like that fleshy colour. And then I've got a hickory smoke. And then I might just put as if he's sort of sitting around on some grass maybe. But what I want to say, this one that I mucked up, which I then cut off, what I would then do, I would store this in the back of when I put the stamps back in its packaging. I would store this in the back there, probably so I could see it. So then if I needed one, so for example, although I'm just going to paint this, if you wanted to, this is just a bit more of a tip to this. If you then maybe want the head to sort of stand out a bit more, you could cut that round there. But what you would do is cut it more inside the little bit, because that obviously that's going to be so hard to cut, and like the whiskers, yeah. And then if you cut it just inside, when you put it on there, you might raise it up with a little bit of double-sided tape. You'd still see all those curly bits around there. You'd still see the whiskers, yeah? And that is really effective. But today, I'm just going to do a flat one. Okay, so you might have seen me do this before. I just have a block. So I'm going to just push the block on here a couple of times onto my, yeah, which is that one, and then just for easiness, because it doesn't, that's the grey one. Then I just, one of these water-filled pens, and you know, I always say, if you haven't got this, if you've got some regular paint brushes, just use some regular paint, you know, like if you've got children, just, you know, if you're trying out basically to see if you like this craft idea, it can be expensive. But to start with, you know, if you're not even sure you want to do it, maybe just, you know, use things that you have around in the first place and take it from there. Okay, so like I say, these are water filled, so it's just like a little brush, and it picks up, so you can sort of shade and do less colour, yeah. So with this, just around here. And then I think his tail's got to be this sort of like, almost like pinky. So let's just pop that in there. Not bad. And then I'll just change the colour of this with a bit of sort of, you know, I don't know whether you find this, but actually these textures cards that I use, I just love how it sort of still picks out the texture of the card lovely, and I just think it's really nice. Also, when you do this with the heat gun, you know, and do the embossing, it gives it this lovely edge. So basically, when you come to paint, as a whole, it sort of doesn't go over the edge, which is quite good. As you can see, I'm sort of doing this in front of there's a camera above, which is always harder to generally. Like he's been down a hole now. He's got a bit messy looking. There we go, nearly done. I say it's quite a quick pop on card. Actually, those two colours together are quite nice. Just do his feet. Anyway, I think he's quite cute. You sort of see, so I bring him up to here. Probably all I would now do, literally, if you wanted to, which I'm like, just take this, that sort of take some of the excess off. Not much, to be fair, because it'll probably dry quite quickly, but I would generally just leave that to dry. But using those two colours is quite good. And I just need to get all, I was going to say yellow, but I'm not totally sure. Hang on, squeeze lemonade. 2 seconds. Oh, I can't find it. It's all in order to. Here, squeeze lemonade. The lid don't want to come off for some reason. Oh, can't be one I've used for a while. Hold on, I must have got another one. There you go. Oh, it's a bit of a. Just, you know, there's some colour down there that will do. Just do this little bit of cheese. See, again, there's not an awful lot of colour in the card, but you know, do it whatever style you like. I think the biggest thing with my channel is, which is growing slowly, it's giving you ideas. Yeah, and that's as much as anything what I'm trying to do. So that colour, just so in case you wondered, is one of the other distraction eyes, which work wonderful with water. Now a little bit of the oops, like I say, see, it's just got a bit of the green on there. You don't need much. Always remember to put your lids back on because they can dry out. You can get top ups, you know, colours, but I've only got the colours. I haven't actually got any the top up colours other than for my printing ink. Maybe just see, because there's a little bit of water in there, it will just there we go. There we have another card. Hope you like it. Till the next time, thanks for watching. If you do like, hit the subscribe button, then you won't miss anything I do. Okay, cheers, see you soon.